All right, Sarthak, buddy, anything to share today? Wait, where are you? Ah, here you are. I'm still, by the way, I'm still in the middle of your writing. It's a beautiful writing, Adventures
Thank
of
you.
Adventures of Mr. K. But I'm a slow reader, so I cautioned you. It's going to take a little bit time.
No, I've actually written it for slow readers.
Ah,
So it's
good, good,
perfect.
good, good. No, it's
I
deep.
want
So
people to feel relaxed while reading my books.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
if they're in a hurry, they won't understand anything.
Yes, yes. And I have a thick mind, so of course for me it's all the more challenging. So I take my time. I'm very slow.
I'm a slow reader as well. I can understand. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Great, great.
Um, you know what? I'm just like listening to Carlos really like दिल भर आया मेरा honestly well because like my heart went out to him because just like Jagjot I've also gone through that trials and tribulations of it's really heavy man but like keep hanging in there you know at one time I've also like discussed this with Jagjot ji in person where I told him about an incident that happened. It was a physical injury due to you know having an episode. And I told him the same thing. I was like, it felt like I was dying. Like I felt like I was dying. And there was something terribly wrong with me. So yeah, that happens. And Jagjot ji was very kind to reassure me very gently at the time. And it really helped. At one point I was like, this is not meant for me. Okay. This is getting a bit out of hand. But Jagjot ji was very like, kind and reassuring and sympathetic so I was like, okay, let me not give it another shot, but let me just hang in there, in the awareness. And it does lift. It comes back every now and then, but then it's just accepted in the moment as a biological reaction, and then you flow with the awareness. It's really beautiful. It's the
Thank
most
you so
beautiful
much.
journey you will ever have. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing. It helps.
Chalo, great. Thank you, Sarthak. Thank you for sharing that. Beautiful. All right. So we'll take one last question from Scott and then we'll conclude.
Um,
Hi, Scott. How are you today?
Hello. I'm pretty good, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I actually want to continue with this conversation about what Carlos shared, and my specific question is, like, how can I differentiate between, what psychology or, might call depression and something that I, might benefit from taking, medication for something to help with something going on in the head. Or even if I just, forget that, but just, yeah, how to differentiate between depression, loneliness, and I hesitate to call it an awakening, but just a changing.
Yeah. So, what I would say is, if I understand your question correctly,
The
going,
it's the fear is it's the fear. The fear is if I'm depressed
yeah,
and I'm not getting help
yeah.
or doing something about it, then I'm just going to get more depressed. Depression, they say, gets worse if you don't do anything about it. And on the flip side, if it's a emotional, spiritual, internal process, then I don't want to go looking for a pill or something to explain it away.
Well, so my concept here is this, that these are not two separate things. the spiritual, we try to you know create these divisions: physical, psychological, spiritual. I see everything as spiritual. So the thing is, if you feel in an instant, that is why, see, this is why the mind has been given to us. If one feels that something is too troubling and one requires an external intervention in the form of therapy or medicine, then one must go for it. It's okay, there's no harm. But here's the thing: since you are here, the crack has already happened. And if it is the universe's plan and your understanding is to deepen, it will deepen and cut through the sense of separation, which is the root of all of these things. Whether we call it loneliness or depression, it is associated with the sense of separateness. It is a charge, because one feels heavy, as in one, I don't know if this makes sense. Like, there is this heaviness that one cannot move. This heaviness is the charge. It completely takes you over. So this creates a notion of separation. I'm here, but I do not relate to anything around me, right? There is a separation. Can you see the separation? This is what I'm talking about. So there is a crack in that structure. And it is not to say that one cannot take help. Definitely take help, take medications also if required. But the awareness will do its job. If it has gripped you, you will introspect, you will self reflect, you will see what patterns are serving you and what patterns are not serving you. So, it is about, yes, it is about being practical, but at the same time, it is tied to that sense of separateness. So eventually, what I would say is that if you feel that you need external help, which I told Carlos also, that don't hesitate from that. That is all fine. But do examine as to who is feeling, sensing, experiencing all of this. And some insight may come. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's take one last one from Bastian. Oh, hold on. Yes,
It's
Bastian and Karina. How are you today?
Hello, Jagjot.
Hello. Hello.
I think to add to what you just discussed, I think that one of the things I've noticed in myself is that there is let's say a physical inactivity that comes with feeling um, low and in your teachings you often talk about that you have to do what you have to do. You go through your daily activities as well. And I was just wondering whether how this relates to each other, because I think that some of the activities can lift the spirits and bring new opportunities, but it is sometimes hard to do when you feel a certain way.
Yeah. Yes. Honestly, I don't know much. But I can just share my own experience. Having gone through this, there was a time when no activity helped me. It was just, and I was always active in my life. Like I would work out, and, being born into a Sikh family, it was the tradition to work out, and, Sikhs keep themselves fit. And yeah, and, we ate healthy, but yet there was this unease.
Mm.
But the more I stayed into this presence, this whole movement revealed itself as to what is happening. It is just that my mind, when it swings from one direction to the other, sometimes I feel high, other times I feel low. Sometimes I feel world is the best place, other time I feel it is a horrible place.
Mm.
When I dance into this swing, constant swing, moving from one extreme to the other, I saw that this is creating pain. So the vision of it, the sight of it, the knowledge of it itself brought it to an equilibrium. It just, now again, the flow is still there. Again, the mind does swing here and there, but now the amplitude is not that high. That's the only difference. So the moment I start swinging in one direction, the awareness intervenes. I don't have to do anything. The awareness intervenes. And in that awareness, whatever comes spontaneously, I do. So if I have to, let's say, go for a jog, or let's do a workout, or maybe do an art like singing or painting or anything, I would do it. But I just watch the movement and the answers come. So I would say, live your life spontaneously, and whatever comes in a moment, it is all through the awareness that this is happening. Go with that and try to just, in that moment, if you feel like working out, but just do it for its own sake.
Yeah.
If you're tied to an objective, like if you're tied to a goal, if you say that, okay, somehow I'm going to take out some benefit from this spiritual concept and try to fix this or that, then you get caught up in the game. So the whole idea is to let awareness do its job. And I never discourage anybody from any practices, personal practices or spiritual practices. So some people like to do meditation, yoga, japa. These are all beautiful practices. In fact, I would say even working out, doing high intensity workout or cardio, it's all beautiful. These are all beautiful practices. So, do whatever gives you benefit, and what you have to do, only you will decide.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think there is one practice or method, specific method that can be applied to all. So you will have to, that is why the mind has been, that's what I was telling Scott also. That is why the mind has been giving to us. This is the beauty of mind. Here, the mind is our friend, it is not our enemy. We mistake that mind as our enemy. And yes, it can be in some cases. The Bhagavad Gita says it can be the enemy too, it can be the best friend too. So, enemy is the thinking mind. Thinking mind says, I want an outcome. Working mind says, okay, I have this right now with me. How do I make the best out of it? What do I do? How do I engage it? Let's do art. Let's do music. Let's
Yeah,
do
and Jagjot.
dancing. Yeah.
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 Let's do anything, whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Engage
But
it.
it's yeah.
Go on, Karina.
No, sorry, Jagjot. Yeah, I was just about to say it's really true for us, isn't it? That's the difficult part, to find what suits us best. That
Yeah.
one, it's a journey, isn't it, in
Yeah.
itself?
Because we are thinking what's best for
Yeah,
us. That's why it becomes
exactly.
difficult.
Yeah.
But if we go spontaneously and if we allow ourselves to be really bad, even at what we are attempting to do, then it's a beautiful exploration. So allow
Yeah.
yourself to be imperfect and do it, you know, be spontaneous. But when the thinking comes in, I don't know if it is for me. Should I do this? Should I do that? By all means,
Mhm.
try everything and see what resonates, and something will stick. So, only you will decide what is right for you and what is, and sometimes, yes, a little bit exploration may be required. But yes, it's, you know, engage it before it engages you. And the beauty of working mind, it is no mind, it is a flow. Because,
Yeah.
Sure.
you're engaged in an art and work, you don't notice time.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, do not resist the thinking mind too. The thinking mind, if you resist the thinking mind, it grows stronger also.
Mhm.
So it's, it's the dance of Shiva. So, you know,
Yeah. Thank you, Jagjot. That's amazing. Thank you.
all right.